Nowadays, everything is convenient. Nowadays, we have an opportunity to live luxurious to a degree when it comes to, being able to order things and have things arrive at your doorstep. DoorDash. I mean, just so many things you already know. Back in the day, I'm talking to my millennials now. Back in the day, you used to have to get up and physically go to the places that you wanted to get your merch from. As a kid, I remember, getting ready to go to Toys R Us. I remember being a kid, being excited, getting in the shower, getting ready. It may take a good 30 minutes, 45 minutes for everybody to get ready. Now, mind you, that's 45 minutes of time that it takes just to get ready. On top of that, Toys R Us was an additional 45 minutes to get there. On top of maybe being in Toys R Us for an additional 45 minutes. As opposed to nowadays, and I'm not going to lie, I love the fact that I could just go online and buy everything. I love the fact that I could just crack my laptop open or my phone, or crack my phone open and scroll, kick my feet up, scroll, and purchase the things that I want. I'm not going to lie, I'm a fan of convenience. I'm a fan of it when it comes to certain things. And you see the topic of this video, I'm going to bring it home and explain it to you. But nowadays, you can literally buy anything you want online from the comfort of your own home. Literally, even now you can order groceries. You no longer have to go to your local grocery mart to order your food. Sedentary lifestyle. I don't want that, man. But at the same time, I do appreciate convenience in some regards, But you know what? When it comes to life, when it comes to your goals, when it comes to your dreams, reality is there is no cookie cutter program. There is no one size fit all. There is no easy way, no easy road, no easy path to becoming successful. You can't cheat the grind when it comes to the reward that you want, when it comes to being in a better position, when it comes to being successful, when it comes to chasing success. You can't treat it like Amazon. And reality is, as much as it may sound good for somebody to knock at your door and offer you $1 million, $10 million, reality is life don't work like that, man. When it comes to your goals and your dreams, you got to stop treating it like Amazon. You got to stop treating it like, let me scroll on Amazon. Let me scroll on the things that I like. Let me observe the things that I like. Let me look at the things, window shop to a degree when it comes to the ideas of my dreams and the things that I want. But then do no work. But then expect for it to arrive at your doorstep. But then expect for somebody to deliver your dreams to you. It's not going to work like that, man. That's the one thing in life that you cannot take no shortcuts when it comes to your journey of life. When it comes to your dreams, your goals, the position that you want to one day be in, you want to see yourself in a successful seat in life. You want to travel the world. You want to be financially free. You want to work for yourself. You have your idea of opening up your storefront, your barbershop, your nail salon, whatever the case may be. Reality is, man, nobody's going to give it to you. Nobody's going to give it to me. Nobody's going to give it to him. Nobody's going to give it to she. Nobody's going to hand you success. There's no cheat code when it comes to grind, bro. The only cheat code is the grind. That's the only cheat code. That's the only way that you can get it done. There is no shortcut to success. There's no shortcut. Nobody's going to hand it to you. The only way that you're going to get what you want out of life is you have to work. And you have to work hard. And you have to grind. And you have to work smart and hard. I know some people shun upon the idea of working hard. And if you work smart, then the hard part, may be more minimal. But regardless, you can't cut the corners of working hard to get to the places that you want to be in life, to be in the position that you want to be in life. You still have to work hard. It's like working out. Here we go again with the workout reference. If you go to the gym without a plan, and you work out for 6 months, to a degree, yes, you're working hard, but because you're not combining it with working smart, because you're not combining it with working in ways that's going to benefit you, the reality is it's going to take you longer to get where you want. It could be a frustrating process. So even if you know what you're doing, even if you've grown to the point where you understand what to do to get the physique that you want, now you're working smart. You're in your smart, intelligent bag. Now you're training smart. But on top of that, guess what? Guess what never goes away? You still have to work hard to get the results that you want. So of course you get the results that you want from working smart. But guess what? Working hard does not disappear. You cannot escape working hard to get the results that you want. Just using that analogy when it comes to going after your dreams. And on top of that, my friends, not only do you have to grind to get what you want, you got to be obsessed. You have to be obsessed. And I know some people don't see the association with having to be obsessed. You ain't got to be obsessed. You know, you can still get what you want. No, you got to be obsessed. You got to think your dream is big. If your dream is huge, if your dream is high, if you know what you want is at the top of that mountain, what's going to give you the incentive to keep climbing when you get tired? When you run out of gas? When you get fatigued? When you realize, man, I done worked so hard. You know, I worked hard and it's still going to take me so much more effort to get to my dream, which is at the top of the mountain. I've been doing this for 6 months. I've been doing this for a year. I've been doing this for 5 years. 5 years, and I still have so much more leverage to climb. I still have a long ways to go when it comes to getting to my big dream. Reality is, man, you got to be obsessed or you're not going to stick with it. And if you're not obsessed, someone else is obsessed. That very thing that you want, the food at the top of the mountain, somebody else is hungry too. Somebody else is chasing after it too. Somebody else want that food at the top of the mountain too. Somebody else see a similar vision that you have. They want it too. So if you're not going after it with an obsessed mentality, someone else is. Someone else wants it more than you. So you have to want it. You have to want it for you more than anything else. You have to want it for you more than anything else. And the moment that you find that fire, the moment that you find that why, the moment that you find that reason to keep going when you have done it for year after year, month after month, you know, sometimes decade after decade, what's going to keep you going is being obsessed about going after it. You know, year after year one, you're still obsessed. You was obsessed about it in the beginning. Everybody's obsessed in the beginning. Everybody wants it in the beginning. The gym is packed at the first of the year, every year. But 2 months into it, who still wants it? 3 months into it, we're now in March. Not now, I'm just figuratively speaking. 3 months later, who still wants it? Just like you want to obtain that physique, someone else that's in there, someone else that's in that gym want it too. But 3 months into it, you're starting to get tired. You're starting to get tired of having to put in the everyday work. Associate this when it comes to your dream too. You're starting to get tired when it comes to putting in the everyday work. You're starting to feel like work. You're starting to feel like labor. You're starting to let yourself off the hook. And next thing you know, instead of going to the gym, working your purpose 7 days a week, you start reducing those days. You know what? I'm gonna skip a day, and it becomes 6 days a week. And then you start to train yourself to let yourself off the hook. Yes, you can train yourself consciously and subconsciously. You slowly start to put yourself in a category of being a part of the I'll do it tomorrow community. The moment that you get fatigued, but guess what? Someone else is still showing up. They still want it. It's still fresh and sharp on their mind because they're obsessed. Because they want it better than you. Because they want it better than you. You know, and over a period of time, you find yourself now, I'm only going to the gym 3 days a week. I'm only working towards my purpose 3 days a week. Reduced down to 1 day a week. Reduced down to once every 2 weeks. Reduced down to once a month. You see where I'm going? Reduced down to it didn't happen this month at all. But guess what? Your neighbor, someone else who has the same vision as you, they made progress with that business. They made progress in that gym. They made progress with that dream. They didn't expect for success to come knocking on their door and be handed to them like an Amazon package. You know, they didn't expect that. They knew what it took. They said, I gotta keep going. I gotta get up every single day. I gotta break that book open. I gotta take my notes. I gotta read. I gotta do whatever it takes, no matter how I feel. because nobody's going to hand me success like an Amazon package. Nobody's going to hand it to me. Nobody's going to hand it to you. Nobody's going to be motivated for you. People will clap for you, but long after they're clapping, they're going about their business. Long after they're clapping, they're going about their business. Long after the motivation fades, the hype, after all the hype has happened, yeah, I'm rooting on you. You rooting on yourself. It gets dark in that room when nobody's there. It gets dark in that room. It gets lonely on your path. It gets lonely on your path. How many people said, I'm going to start going to the gym with you, right? You're excited, your accountability partners. The reality is you're going to find somewhere in your journey that the only accountability that you really can't uphold is your own accountability for yourself. Because your friends, they'll fade. Your friends, they'll fade. You'll go to the gym, it's 4 of y'all, right? And then again, a month later, now it's only 3 of y'all. Oh man, John, he ain't about it, man. He ain't trying to keep going. And the next thing you know, 3 months into it, you're now down to only you and one other person. Started out as 4, and now it's reduced to 2. Just you and, your homie or whatever. But guess what? You'll learn down the stretch, they gonna fall off too. They're gonna fall off too. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Are you gonna keep going? You can't control them. You can't hold them accountable because they no longer are interested. Sorry for the noise in the hallway, y'all. I'm next to the hallway, so hopefully you guys are not picking it up. But we're gonna go on anyway. But yeah, long after they've quit and faded, you can't hold them accountable anymore. You can't hold a person accountable who doesn't want to be held accountable. You cannot hold a person accountable who does not want to be held accountable. If you have an accountability partner, okay, they want to be held accountable, it can work. But if they don't want to be held accountable in the journey, you can't make them hold themselves accountable. You can't hold them accountable for them. You can't bring the gains to them like Amazon. But you can 100% be accountable for yourself. It gets alone on this path because many come, many go. Many come, many go, many come, many go. But will you remain? Will you remain on your path? Again, there's no cookie cutter approach. You have to want it so bad to when it hurts, bro. You're still grinding. You're still pushing. You're still doing everything that it takes for you to keep elevating in your life. You're still doing everything in your power to keep pushing towards your purpose and staying on your mission. You're going to find yourself alone in this journey, climbing that mountain alone in this journey. But if you're sitting on a couch expecting a handout, have these dreams in your head that you're trying to order. I want to order being on this vacation. I want to order this dream job. I want to order in my head. I want to order being in a position of power. I want to order being my own CEO. I want to order being my own business person. I want to order being a successful entrepreneur. I want to order that. But if you're not putting in the work, you're treating the very thing that you're scrolling through in your brain, the ideas that you have, the dreams that you have, but not combining it with putting in the work is like expecting somebody to bring it to your door like an Amazon package. You cannot treat your dreams like Amazon, my friend. I get it. We love convenience. We love the luxurious lifestyle. We love finer things. We would love to fly, get on a plane and take a trip around the world. I get it, bro. But at the same time, you got to get real, man. You got to get real when it comes to your goals. You got to understand nobody's going to hand you success. Nobody's just going to make the dream happen for you. You have to attack it. You have to go after it. You have to work towards it. You have to grind every day and you have to be consistent. You have to be consistent. You have to keep putting that brick down every single day. Keep watering that garden every single day. You got to go after it every single day and you got to be obsessed. You must be obsessed. It must be something that's on the forefront of your mind. One of the top priorities of the things that you do every single day, whether you go to work, whether you have a family, whether you're cooking, cleaning, whatever the case may be, it still has to be among the top things that you do within your day, or it'll get lost in the fold. It'll get lost in the fold if you don't, because one day it will become out of sight, out of mind, excuse after excuse after excuse after excuse after excuse. And that's not what Dream Driver's legacy is about. We are a part of the 2% community. We are a part of the 1% community. We are not a part of the I'll do it tomorrow community. We are a part of the I'ma do it right now community every single day, making our dream happen, Manifesting it by putting in the work and not waiting for it to arrive and somebody to hand it to us like an Amazon package. Stop treating your dreams like an Amazon package and go after what you want. Get up like back in the day. Get dressed like back in the day. Get up early like back in the day. Let's be realistic about the things that we want in life. And the reality is, man, you cannot escape the hard work that it takes to get you to where you want to go. And if you think you can, you're going to be seeing somebody else fly those friendly skies outside of you, or find yourself disappointed at the end of your journey. Find yourself looking back on your life being disappointed that you didn't take action. So let this video motivate you and encourage you today to stop scrolling through the Rolodex in your brain of the things that you want. Start making those big dreams that you want. Start making it happen by putting in the work every single day. Close the laptop, get up early, and start being realistic in your approach and make every step that it takes to make your dreams happen. You got to get up. You got to get active. That's simple. That's it, y'all. I'm literally just getting home from the gym. I have my protein shake, and I have not eaten yet, so I'm actually getting ready to turn the camera off. I was like, you know what? I got to do this video. So I whipped up my shake and was like, let me go ahead, and turn the camera on and get to work. You know, I'm one of those type of people, I get eager, man. I'm like, I got to put this video out. So I was like, let me hold off on my protein shake, and I still got to cook dinner later tonight, but we locked in, man. We working, we grinding, and I want you on your grind too, man. But let's get real, man. Dream Drivers Legacy. You already know what to do, man. That's why we come through with these real videos, because I want you guys to succeed also. As always, do what brings life to you. And it's a great chance that you'll bring life to whatever it is that you do. You already know, rain, sleet, or snow, the goal is to grow. I appreciate all the love and support that we get here. Can't do it without y'all. Support this love muscle. If you like the content that we bring, lock all the way in, man. Join the family. Be a part of this Dream Drivers Legacy movement. And turn on your post notification bell, and you guys will get these videos at the convenience and the luxury of whatever device you're watching us on. It's convenient to watch us, but it's not convenient to, go after your dreams. You got to work and you got to earn it. That's so. But I'll holler at y'all in the next one. Peace and blessings. One love, string.